Hi everyone, Christy from MyMamaTaughtMe.com. Today we are going to be talking about saving money on groceries. I just want to take a minute and get some people tuning in and making sure that you guys can hear me. So if you guys can hear me, please let me know. I know I've been having some issues with sound before, so I have a microphone set up and I want to know if it's working good and if you guys can hear me better this time. So I'm just waiting till people tune in to see before we get going. I know there's a delay on the videos when I'm talking and when people comment. Oh good, someone says they can hear me. Thanks, Kara. Great. So I'm just going to give it another second to have people tuning in because I have some questions for everybody, and so that way you guys can interact and hopefully we can have a great chat about how you can save money on your groceries. So I'm sitting here in my camper, nice and quiet. We just got back from camping this weekend, and nice and quiet so my kids can't interrupt tonight. I think they're actually playing outside with my husband. Tops, yes. Shopping Tops, I assume. Me too. I love Shopping Tops. That's my favorite grocery store to shop at. And it's nice that up here in New York we double coupons, where I know down south a lot of stores don't double coupons. I couldn't imagine having to buy my groceries and not being able to double coupons. I'd be sad. Although, when I see some deals at Publix, I do get jealous because they have some great deals down there too. So, alright, well, I'm going to get started. Hopefully we will have some people tuning in. So first off, I just wanted to, you guys don't have to say if you don't want to, but I know a lot of times I get people that say they just spend too much on groceries, whether you calculate it monthly or weekly. I personally calculate it weekly. Back when I had just one kid, I was spending like $50 on groceries a week, and that was when I first started using coupons and really getting into the deals and the sales and knowing my stuff. Back then, spending $50, that was what? Well, she's 8, so that was about 8 years ago, and she wasn't eating too much when she was a toddler. So $50 was really not a lot of money on groceries each week, I would say. And I was buying a lot of boxed and processed foods. And I personally have changed my shopping habits a lot in that time, not buying as much of those items and buying more produce and things like that. And I know that a lot of people complain and say, there's not coupons on the things that I need. And now that I am buying things differently for my family of 4, I find that to be true too. So I just wanted to talk about other ways also, including coupons, that you can save on your food. So if you want to share, you can go ahead and share in the comments about how much money you spend on groceries for however many are in your family, and if you feel that you are paying too much for groceries. Now that I have a family of 4, I have 2 girls, 8 and 5, and my husband and myself, I on average am spending now, it ranges. I've really been slacking on keeping up to date and following the sales ads. I've kind of just been going off my list and just buying things. It ranges from about $80 to $100 each week. I feel I can do a lot better doing that, personally, because like I said, I have been slacking. Also, if you want to, you can go ahead and leave a comment and tell us where it is that you shop at. Do you shop only one store, or do you shop at multiple stores? I used to, sorry, didn't mean to do that. I used to shop and go to a couple different stores to get even my groceries. When I was younger, my mom would always go to Tops and Wegmans because there'd be different sales that week at each one, and so to maximize her savings, she would go and get the things needed from there at Wegmans and at Tops, which that really helps if you don't mind and they are close. Oh, sorry, I think my connection just paused, so I might have froze. Um, you know, so if you have two stores and they're close together, sometimes you can really save more hitting up both stores if you know what prices are at. That leads me to another thing that sometimes you need to really know. I know it can be overwhelming at first because I know when I first started, I was like, oh gosh, mom. I would call my mom all the time and I'd be like, Mom, is this a good price for, whatever? Is this a good deal? Should I buy it this week or is it going to go cheaper? Especially at Tops, a store that has weekly sales. So I would say give yourself a good month or so following your store ads like that. Shop around. If you just shop at, say, Walmart and you're using coupons there, the prices are good, but you need to really pay attention because sometimes the items that you're purchasing for your household could be being sold cheaper at another local store, if that makes sense to you guys. Because I know a lot of people just think, I'm going to shop at Walmart because it's the cheapest. But if you go to Tops and you watch their sales, the items that you are getting may be going on sale for cheaper than what they sell them for at Walmart. And even so, if you're using coupons, you can really maximize your savings at stores like Tops and Wegmans that offer doubling on coupons. And what that means is the value of the coupon will double when scanned. So not even talking about coupons, you can really just save extra if you know, hey, I can get all this stuff cheaper, say, at Aldi's or Walmart, than I can get it at Wegmans or Tops or wherever grocery store you may have. So knowing your prices for the items that you buy a lot at the various stores, it would be a very good help if you just, that's something I constantly am doing. If I'm out and about and I happen to be, shopping somewhere, say I got to pick up something at Walmart and I walk by a certain section, I'm always like taking a mental note like, hey, that is way cheaper than what I've been getting it for. So sometimes like for bread, milk, eggs, some other things, some pastas, I will go to, say, Aldi's when I need those items, especially if there's no sale at Tops or Wegmans. I know a lot of people don't really like to have to do that, but if you really want to see some extra savings and all those stores are local to you, that may be a great suggestion. Do a lot of you use coupons? I know that's probably a silly thing to ask because you're following me and that's a lot of the stuff I talk about is couponing. But, you can still save a lot of money if you're not using a lot of coupons on your groceries. How many of you use the savings apps on your phones or the cashback rebates on your phones? You can go ahead and comment if you do use any and what ones you do use. Hope I don't talk too fast. Should give you guys some time to comment if you want to. So the savings apps that I personally use, well, I've been slacking. My favorites have been Savings Star, which I honestly just forgot about it until I'm talking about it now. I haven't been clipping them lately. Savings Star is a really easy one. And then I use Ibotta and Checkout 51. Those are the only ones I use. And with Ibotta, I've been slacking because, you'll hear me say that, I've been slacking, I know. But, I've just been finding that a lot of the things that are on Ibotta, I don't buy. So, of course, I'm not going to go out and buy the things just so I can save, like, the 20 cents on Ibotta, you know, right? But they often offer some little extra savings each week for, you know, apples, milk, stuff like that. Bread, I always like those. I try to remember. You only have a week to submit those receipts. It's pretty easy to do. Checkout 51 is pretty easy too. You just take a picture of your receipt, and then that money, they send you the money for the purchases that you made. And I know there's tons of other ones. If you guys use any other ones that you really love, you can go ahead and share. But those are just the ones I use. I may surprise you that I don't use a lot. I don't. I think the first year or two with Ibotta, I earned like over $100 back for the whole week. Or no, not the week. For the whole year. Sorry. And since then, it's been a couple years, and I don't know how much I have earned from it. But I know you can, if there happens to be products on there, it's a good thing to use. And then another way to save money is to check your local stores. Some of your stores may offer price matching. So what that is if another store local in the area is offering sales better than what that store offers, like Walmart. Walmart does that currently. I think most do still. You can take those sales. Sorry, I'm shaking. You can take those sales and you can price match. So instead of having to run to Tops and to, like, say there's a great deal on bacon or something at Walgreens, you can take those sales ads and go to Walmart and pick up those same brands. You have to match product for product, size for size, and then you just tell them, I need to price match these at you know, whatever store, and they will give you the price for that. And then you don't have to go to Walgreens to pick up those 2 items and then over to Tops to pick up the other 2 items. You can just get everything at Walmart. I know a lot of people enjoy doing that. They also have, what's it called, the Savings Catcher. Does anybody use the Savings Catcher app for Walmart? How's that work? Do you have to upload your receipt, and then they check all the stores in your area to see if you if there's any sales, and then they credit you that amount, and then you can use that amount in Walmart. Is that how it goes? I've never used that one either, but I know a lot of people have raved about how great that is too, so that's something to look into as well. Yeah, the most that I save on my groceries is just plain shopping sales. I personally love Tops because they offer different sales each week, so I plan my meals off of what I find in the ad. I sit down and I look at the ad and I circle items and I see all the sales, and I know, oh wow, that's a great price, you know, like 79 cents for eggs we recently seen, and that's a pretty great deal, so of course I'm going to get those. Oh, last week actually, what was it, like an 18 count for 99 cents? That was a pretty great deal. So taking advantage of deals like that when you see the sales, and then matching up your coupons, of course, to those sales. That's how I shop all the time for my groceries, and I find that it works that way. Also, if you want to shop during seasons and not buy stuff that's out of season, like strawberries and things like that, buying out of season, they are expensive. So before that comes, a great idea is to buy those and freeze them, you know, so that way you got them at the lower price, and then you have them for when you need them later, instead of paying for it like, what, double the price, it seems like. Gosh, when things are out of season. Or even start gardens. Does anybody have gardens at home? We have a garden. We didn't do one last year, but we have one this year, and it's not doing as good as I have done in the past, but it's doing a lot better than sometimes too. some things didn't even grow at all, but the zucchini is doing really well in our cucumbers. So that's also a great thing to think of, you know, if you have room at home, then plant a little garden or something, you know, or maybe some, what is it, herbs that people do too in the little pots and stuff on the windowsills. That's a great way to save too right there. You can have your fresh stuff and you're not having to go to the grocery store and spend a lot of money on it. So, I mean, those are just a few ways that I personally save on my groceries and food. You know, I think a lot of people think that they can't save unless they're using tons and tons of coupons. And that's not the case. Sometimes just shopping around and knowing the sales and the different prices at different stores alone will help you and help you save a lot of money. So like I said, don't just assume that because you know prices are low at here or Wegmans has everyday low prices. I know everybody loves Wegmans. Sorry. Everybody really loves Wegmans. And I do too, I really do. I've been getting the ground turkey there. I found that it's cheaper. It's $2.99 a pound. But you gotta buy the 3-pound packs. Versus the $3.99 sale for the 1-pound packs at Tops. So, and I find that it just looks better. I'm sure you all think that too. I got off on a tangent with my ground turkey. Oh, so just that, thinking that a store has really low prices compared to everywhere else, you just need to keep an open mind that there may be other stores locally in your area that are having other great sales. And this is the time too, if your areas have farmers markets. Does anybody shop at farmers markets? I have no clue what the prices are. I would want to think they were cheaper, but I don't really know. If anybody shops farmers markets, I'd love to know like what you think the prices are. Are they really great? You know, so I'd like to hear. I don't really know of local ones. I don't really get out much, I don't think, to know, but that's an idea. Yeah. So, you know what else I've always wanted to do to help save money is canning. My grandma used to do that, and that's just something that I've always wanted to do. And she has all her old canning stuff, and she told me that I could have them, but I'm like, oh my goodness, I just haven't had time to like grow a really big garden, you know? And I want to do like all the tomatoes and make my own sauce because she used to do that. And I think that's something that, I don't know, to me it feels like not a lot of people do that anymore. Maybe they do, but that's one way I definitely want to do. I think when my kids get a little older and I have more time on my hands, I want to do like all the canning and I want to make my own pickles and things like that. It sounds really great, and of course that's going to save you money, right? So, but if you have any tips or any other things on how you can save on groceries, I'd love for you to, you know, comment below, and I will link all the stuff. You know, I have wonderful resources on mymamataught.me.com. All my tips on how you can save on produce, how you can save on meat, you know, of course, all the couponing tips. I always have all that. We have all the money-saving apps. I can link all those for you as well. And if you have any questions, you can just go ahead and leave them in the comments. This video will always be up, and I will be able to comment back to you guys. You know, I won't be able to answer you live, but I will be able to comment back to you. So, I would love to hear from you guys if you guys have any tips. Like I've said before, sometimes doing this for so long, I tend to forget, you know, some basic questions you guys may have on things. So go ahead and ask away. I am always here and always love to help you guys if I can. Alright, so I will talk to you later.